This is Dale Jr., and you're listening to Dirty Mo Radio.
I think it's just interesting for people because they think celebrities, that he has someone to do all that for.
Right. Well, he does, and he
used
could.
To be me, now
right.
you.
Right. Right.
I dropped the takeoff boxes off, now you're cooking.
Right.
Welcome to Fast Lane Family with Kelley Earnhardt Miller.
All right, welcome to Fast Lane Family. They say behind every good man is a good woman, and I'm happy to have in studio today Amy Ryman.
Hello.
My brother's girlfriend of over 5 years. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, doing very well.
Yeah.
All right, so first things first. I know all this, so see, this is kind of a...
Right, it's kind of an awkward conversation since we've done this before.
Yeah, like, I know all these things about Amy, but my listeners don't, so
Right.
we're going to start with the basics about how you and Dale met.
Well, we met in a design meeting here in the office, actually. I was working in Jacksonville, Florida at the time at an architecture firm called Wakefield Beasley, and by people knowing people, we got the bid to do his house out at the farm here, so we just met in a meeting.
Yep.
Yeah, it was completely random. Had no idea who he was. I mean, I knew y'all's family's name, but I didn't know how big he was or what he would look like or anything like that. So it was completely random. And
you didn't grow up in racing. So many people that kind of are in racing, you meet people that grew up in racing, and you kind of fall in love with people that have been in the sport or whatever. But you really didn't know a lot about racing. You didn't grow up in racing.
Didn't know
so
anything.
you say, you didn't realize how big Dale was or whatever. What have you kind of learned in the course of time that's intriguing or,
Honestly, it took dating him for a couple of months and then finally, going to the racetrack with him and seeing the fans' reaction of him to get an idea of how big he was and what his celebrity was like and what that meant. Because, like I said, I had never watched a race even before I met him in that meeting. So I didn't know what to expect at all. The fan loyalty and the fans' enthusiasm is the biggest, I guess, shocker, you would say.
Yeah.
We didn't really grow up watching sports in the house. Dad didn't play sports, so we didn't watch football or baseball or anything like that. So I didn't grow up being a fan of really anything.
Right.
So that part is pretty much...
So you kind of have the same mentality as Dale, like when he thinks about fans and being a fan of someone.
Absolutely,
and I can only think that I'm like that over Reed McIntyre, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But she's my
she's your
star
person.
Power person, yeah. Dale says the same thing, that he really just...
Yeah, because he's completely normal otherwise. So until you're in that environment or, you have someone that you grew up idolizing, close to you, you don't understand it really.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
You and Dale have really chose to kind of take your relationship more open in the last couple of years, kind of kept it private in the first few years. And Dale's gotten on Twitter now. You've gotten on Twitter. All these articles about, how Dale's come out of his shell and Steve and you. And I know myself that you've had a big impact in that. How would you describe that and kind of the adjustment of life with Dale Jr. and kind of in your role now?
I'm still getting used to life with Dale Jr. I think I probably always will. I don't know. I feel like the part of, my involvement in his coming out of his shell is just subtle things. Spending more time with family, going out to eat, just trying to be more normal. When I met him, he was completely nocturnal.
Right.
He stayed up all night racing on the computer and playing video games and slept all day long.
Right.
So, people came in and out of the house and dropped off to-go boxes. That's how he ate. So, cooking dinner and just trying to be more normal and be awake during the day and all of those things. I feel like how I've influenced him a little bit. And I've not tried to. I refuse to change myself, I guess.
Right. Well, that happens in evolving of a relationship.
Right.
Like, eventually you have to get on the same schedule.
That's right. Or we don't see each other, yeah.
Yeah. I think those things have been great because, just family time together, events, kind of planning them, having the kids involved, the kids love their Easter baskets over the weekend, just doing stuff like
little
that.
Little things, it really matters.
That he really never,
he doesn't understand. He didn't understand the impact before.
To it before,
and now he really enjoys it.
Yeah. Even going out to, now, friends' birthdays and friends' baby showers and stuff like that, before he'd have been
I know, baby shower, are you kidding me? No way.
Yeah, right? What do I want to go there for?
I know. I think it was the first month Mike Hogue was hired here. We didn't really know him or his girlfriend, Amanda, but in lieu of trying to get to know them, we threw them a baby shower at the house because she was pregnant at the time. So I think that was his first baby shower ever, besides maybe one that he's gone to for you.
I don't even think he went. I think it was all girls at mine.
Really?
Yeah. So, that's pretty funny. On the road with Dale, you go I would say
most
3/4 of the year. Yeah. At least race day.
Yeah, I'm always there on race day. I try to be anyway, but sometimes I stay home to work.
And so what's your favorite track to go to?
I love going to Texas simply because my family's there. They all come. whether I invite them or not.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, guys. But they, it's fun to spend the time with them over the weekend, and they really enjoy racing and enjoy being around Dale and seeing him too. So it's not just about me. But other than that, I love Sonoma. I love the area. The climate's nice. We stay in a little town called Petaluma, and we walk around and see everything
out there.
Daytona's always fun because it's the beach. Anything beachy, I love.
Yeah. So it seems like you and Dale kind of scope out places, on the road and neat spots to eat.
We've almost made a game out of that.
Yeah.
We have little apps on our phone. We'll find different things that have good ratings around, and he's become a foodie lately too. So going to new restaurants and scoping out those things that are around are always fun for us to do. And Steve Letard is a foodie and a half, so he's always willing to go and find the restaurant. Yeah, good company. If there's an ice cream shop, too, within 5 miles of the track, he knows exactly where it is. So it's fun outings.
He's going to get you.
Yeah, I know.
What about vacation spots? When you're home or when you have the chance to go on vacation, what do you guys
It's always
like to
Key
do?
West. It's always Key West. And we have a lot of fun there because it feels like you're in a totally different country because there's so much going on there, and you do get down by the beach and the water's beautiful, but it's just close enough.
Yeah.
So, and he's got a beautiful house down there too that feels like home and it's cozy.
Yeah.
It's just easy. So we love going to Key West. We were just there for a week and enjoyed every second of it.
I know. I think and later one of my questions for Ask Kelley are about family vacations. So we did get to go to Disney. That was a lot of fun.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, that's kind of a monumental thing that he went to Disney.
Yeah. I think it's
not
huge.
just with all of us, just in
kids,
general,
or just to go to Disney in general. True, absolutely.
That he would get, put himself in all of those people, and I don't know, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think he was definitely, looking forward to seeing the kids and just their reactions
and their reactions,
and all that. And I was really surprised that he didn't get noticed that often. And when he did, it was
no big deal.
Yeah, people just, you were kind of walking by and they were like, oh, there goes Dale Jr.
I think everyone.
Or you would see them talking later, and like pointing and looking or something.
Everyone's
and trying to figure it
so
out.
focused on what they're looking at otherwise, and then maybe seeing Mickey or whoever else that they're really there to see.
Yeah,
that they didn't expect to see him, so it was easy for him to hide.
Yeah, it was a great trip,
especially with all that Mickey Mouse goofy gear he bought and put on.
Yeah, he blended in very well for sure. What's a typical day in the week of Dale and Amy?
Well, I guess it just depends on the week, but for the most part, we get like 3 to 4 days at home, so sometimes more. Monday is typically our Saturday, so Monday, if we can, we enjoy the pool or hang out with friends, whatever the climate allows. Yeah. And then otherwise, we do all the normal things. We go to the grocery store, and believe it or not, he actually goes with me. You can tell by his Twitter now. Yeah, he goes to the grocery store with me, and we hang out with the dogs, or I go to work. I work at Lavender Boutique with Sherry, and that's a lot of fun, so I do that, most days when I'm home.
Yep.
And otherwise, he's got appearances.
Yeah, he's usually busy.
Yeah, he's busy during the work. Right, so he actually gets 1 day off.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.5, depending on how early we get home from the racetrack. So I
think it's just interesting for people because they think celebrities. Well, obviously, the first thing they would think is people that he has someone to do all that for him.
Right. Well, he does, and he
used
could.
To be me, now you.
Right. Right.
I dropped the takeoff boxes off. Now you're cooking.
Right.
But seriously, people think celebrity-wise that they have all these people to do things for them, and he does have people to do a lot of different things for him. But it is normal. Grocery store shopping.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I just
whatever.
try to keep things normal. Yeah. So instead of, I'm sure he can totally afford to have a private chef cooking for him every day, but that's not normal, so we don't do that.
Your cooking's really good too, anyway. So
thank you. Yeah. It's fun. He actually gets in the kitchen with me and cooks with me.
What are some of the things that you guys like to cook?
We cook a lot of tacos. Anything I put in a tortilla shell, especially if it's got buffalo sauce on it, he is going to adore it.
So you talked about working at Lavender Boutique, and I know that you love fashion. You always look good in every single thing that you have on. And you also do interior design. I think they kind of go hand in hand.
They do. I think it's an aesthetic thing. Sorry, I just tripped all over that word.
Okay.
Aesthetic thing. I was kind of thinking about that earlier today because I have a couple little side interior design jobs that I'm doing, and then, of course, I work at Lavender. I'm like, why do they both happen, so easily, and that I love doing it? Why is it so easy for me to do both of these things? And I was like, I don't know. And then I was thinking in the car over and over and over and saying to myself and thought, maybe it's just an aesthetic thing. Yeah. Because I don't think materialistically it doesn't do anything for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like people shopping or me shopping for people really isn't part of that.
Right. You don't get a rush from the actual shopping part.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, just good at putting it all together.
And helping people and getting enjoyment out of it. I think it's fun.
So you're going to design the radio studio here.
Yeah, we're going to give it some love.
Needs some love.
It looks like a man set this room up.
They did. Mike Davis. But you and Dale recently, he built a new motorhome in the last year, and you guys worked on that together. What's it like working on a project like that with Dale?
That one was really easy. We actually went out to Newell and spent 4 hours, which seems like a long time, but they said it was a record for picking out every finish from head to toe, from start to finish. So that one was real easy. The house it wasn't too complicated. I feel like that was more of a combination of design from us at the firm, but you and Brenda helped a lot with that too because you knew his style, and he was not into those meetings
that kind
whatsoever.
Of stuff. Dan. No, he wasn't. I hated that because I'm always like, you're going to get this in there, and you're going to hate it,
right?
And then
I'm
it's
hoping
that you won't hate it.
Expensive to rip it out and start over,
right?
But honestly, it's been pretty easy.
Yeah.
And as you know, as long as it's got orange in it somewhere, he's fine with it because he's obsessed with that color. I've always teased him that he's got like a love relationship with that color.
Yeah. Somebody was laughing about his orange socks the other day.
Oh yeah.
He had them up in something, and I don't know if they were pictured on Twitter.
It doesn't even matter if it matches his outfit. He's got orange socks.
Yeah, that's a lot. During the work week, you either are at the boutique working and helping out Sherry. You do other interior design projects on the side as well.
Yeah.
And that allows a lot of flexibility for you so that you
does.
can travel with Dale and whatnot. Who else have you worked for in the sport and done interior design work for?
Well, I worked for Brad Kesey. I did help him a little bit with his bus or trailer.
And he was probably very up into making decisions.
He is. Yeah? He knows exactly what he likes, and he knows exactly what he does not like. Yeah. So that leaves a very small window, of failure. But he's a funny guy. Brad's, I don't want to say quirky, but he's quirky.
Yeah. In a good way.
In a good way. Yeah. He's fun to work with, especially since he knows exactly what he likes. But I helped him with his house too when he moved here. Yeah. I've worked with Denny Hamlin a little bit. He is the opposite of Brad. He didn't care whatsoever. He's like, I just want it done. And who else have I worked with? I'm working a little bit with Matt Yoakum now. I met with him last week. He needs just a few pieces of furniture for his home, so I'm going to help him do that.
Yeah, and you've done some other things just within the area, offices and whatnot that aren't related to NASCAR.
Right.
Yeah.
Little odd jobs here and there, Small things.
Yeah, but that just allows you to have the flexibility.
It keeps it simple and short, and I can move on and give it the time it needs because you can't put interior design down. It's when someone hires you to do something like that, they wanted it done already, and now they really need your help.
Right, exactly. So they needed it done yesterday.
Right.
Yeah. And with Dale's schedule, I think that keeping them short and sweet because he can throw something on you in a heartbeat. Hey, we need to go here on Friday, and it's Thursday.
He's gotten much better about that, especially having his calendar now on my phone too helps me to prepare. But that can happen anytime.
Yes. Through the years, I know for me, and we talked about this a little bit already, of Dale kind of coming out with events and birthdays and things like that.
Yeah.
And, I would always get so frustrated because he wouldn't remember birthdays or, I'd be like, hey, it's Mom's birthday today or the girl's birthday or whatever is going on. But then in the most randomest times, he would just really surprise the heck out of you. Mm-hmm. And he did that for me on my 30th birthday. And I think I talked about that on one of the other episodes of a letter that he wrote to me. And it just, of course, it put me in tears. And it was talking about my dad or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I was thinking along the lines of, for you, because it's kind of similar, he just doesn't really get worked up over what we think are, special days are important, right? So what is something like that he's done for you that kind of stands out in your mind?
Well, he used to, I'll say this, he used to be very much like that. And I would be disappointed because I didn't grow up, missing someone's birthday or somebody missing my birthday. And those little days for us normal people were pretty damn big.
Right.
So, those things used to kind of hurt my feelings. But I think that seeing now how it makes other people happy, he's tried to remember that more or just put it in his calendar because it's not really a matter of him not caring or not remember or not wanting to do something nice for you. It's just because he didn't remember.
Right.
So that's why the random things have happened in the past or happen even still because they still will, which are great. Right. Everybody loves a fun surprise, but he's gotten a lot better about doing special things. And I had a birthday last month and he threw a little birthday dinner for me, which is actually a first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he went by Lavender Boutique and got me a gift card all on his own and got me a birthday present. Typically he would have you or someone else.
Well, now I'll just say, like, maybe a week before, I'm like,
just remind him
coming up next week. And I got it covered.
Right.
Like, okay, great. I just think that one little reminder, just in case.
Just in case. Your mind. Yeah, absolutely.
But he is much more on top of it.
He does a lot of really sweet things for me, though. I got to go to the Kentucky Derby because, he set that up for me and my friends, and we go on girls trips to Key West. My mom's not doing well right now, so he let me go home on his plane because I needed to do so quickly. And it doesn't always, it's not always something flashy, but it's what means a lot to the person. So he's very, very heartfelt with his gifts when he does that. Yeah.
When they happen, they have a lot of meaning behind them.
Right.
Yeah. That always makes up for the other times.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I guess I can forget about that now.
I can forget about that. Right. Can quit stewing over that. So you mentioned your mom, and I had Shauna Robinson on last week, and Shauna was just diagnosed with breast cancer, and your mom's going through the same thing.
Yeah.
We certainly wish her well,
of
and
course,
know that's quite a process for everybody involved.
Yeah, she's going through, I think this is week 6 or 7 of chemo. She goes every other week for therapy, and it's stage 2, and they think that she's going to be fine. They've localized it, so it's just
usually the chemo that's just so much rougher.
It is. It's starting to really wear on her.
Yeah.
But her spirits are good, and the prognosis is good, so we're positive.
Awesome
for her.
I've been seeing her different wigs and stuff. She's been she just
that was
loves
the best
it.
part of going home because the woman has been a fanatic about her hair her entire life.
I can tell that.
She's one of those women, if you go up and you try to touch her hair, she's going to smack your hand. Don't touch the hair. So when we got to go wig shopping, she was so excited. Yeah, she's like, I'm going to get a fair wig. That's what I had when I was in high school. I'm going to have that haircut again.
That's too funny.
It was.
Shauna's going to introduce for her our new scarf line. She wants to do a clothing line, a happy chair type clothing line. And she's like, this is a perfect introduction for scarf. So I said, there you go.
Perfect.
Yep.
She's really talented, so I'm sure that's going to turn out well.
Okay, it's time for Ask Kelley. Remember that you can submit your questions on Twitter at my handle, Earnhardt Kelley, using the hashtag AskKelley. Ready, Amanda?
We sure are. At TSE80SC, if you could start your own 4-team Sprint Cup team, which 4 drivers would you choose and why?
I thought this was a really fun question because would totally just be in theory question because I'm never going to own 4 Sprint Cup teams. I can tell you that. But the obvious is obviously Dale Jr. No explanation necessary. Jimmy Johnson, he's pretty obvious too. No explanation necessary for him, 6-time champion. And I'd also pick Kevin Harvick, and I would, I don't know if I was asked this question prior to this year if I would have said Kevin, but in working with him here, he has just got a ton of determination and drive. So I would definitely pick him, and then I would pick Chase Elliott, knowing what I know about Chase now. That'd be my 4-car team.
At B_Verba, we all hear about Junior's favorite music / bands, but what are your favorites?
I say the same thing about TV. I never really get to listen to much music or watch much TV, but I kind of always go back to kind of classical rock, classic country. If I were to pick people out today, probably Miranda Lambert would be my favorite in terms of listening to music. I love watching The Voice, so, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to choose. I like all kinds of music. That was something that my dad kind of instilled. You could be in the car with my dad and you could listen to Patsy Cline, you could listen to Madonna, you would be listening to Conway Twitty, or you'd be, they were just the gamut of music, and he's instilled that in both Dale and I as well.
At Jess15 Knowles, what is your favorite family tradition?
I would say my favorite family tradition would be getting together at my grandma Earnhardt's for Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's something that we've done forever and a day. I can remember back to when I was a little girl. Getting together there. It just gives us a time to see all of our cousins and aunts and uncles and all that stuff. So that's probably the one that occurs that I could bank on occurring every single year. Otherwise, we didn't have a lot of traditions growing up. We always had, the family dinners or whatnot with Dad and Teresa, or we were going to visit our mom. So we were kind of back and forth. So we didn't really have set things that we did from year to year because our schedule would always kind of be different.
At Dre_N_TY, does your entire family ever get together and go on vacation?
Well, it depends on how you categorize entire family. Entire family, if it's my husband, LW, and the kids, we do that quite often. We go camping or we go up to Pennsylvania to our cabin. If you're saying entire family as in Dale Jr., Amy, my brother Kerry, and his family, We have done a few trips like that in the past. We went to Aspen, Colorado, where my mom and stepdad went, along with Dale and Carrie and Renee and Taylor and Brandon, her husband. So we have done a couple things here and there, but it's usually every few years, not something that we do all the time. Well, I really appreciate you being on the show today. I do have some final thoughts for you though, before you get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Real quick. Sweet or salty?
Oh, both?
It says or.
Sweet.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
I know the answer to that one. You're a Florida girl. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
So you don't like Tux?
Oh, I love Tux. That's the thing. I think I love Tux more than Dale loves Tux.
Yeah. I'm on both sides of the fence, too.
That one's hard.
And Sophie, the outside cat.
She's gone.
She's gone?
Yeah, she's been gone for months. I think that she took a permanent vacation into the woods.
Not good.
Maybe she found just the next door neighbor's house. Who knows?
That's possible, because there's lots of cats running around. Hills or flats?
Heels, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Dale would rather me be in flats. He'd rather me be in flats, which are Converse and T-shirts and jeans. Basically, as long as I had his outfit on, I'd be in better shape.
I was pretty surprised at Texas when it was the rain outright. You had tennis shoes on.
Yeah.
I
did have
looking on Twitter,
and
I
can't tell you how many compliments he gave me on my outfit. As long as I had flats on, jeans, T-shirt, and no jewelry. Good Lord, no jewelry.
Amy's got on tennis shoes. You didn't even hardly wear tennis shoes at Disney, you know. So you wore your little high,
but they were wedge tennis shoes. Totally.
Right. All right, cooking or eating out?
I have a problem. Cooking.
Dress or jeans and tee?
Dress. Yeah.
City girl, country girl?
Country girl.
Massage or facial?
Massage.
Me too. All right. Well, that wraps it up for us today on Fast Lane Family. Hope you all have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening to Dirty Mo Radio.